Hi, thanks for checking out this video. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the Active Track feature on the DJI Go 4 app. I currently pilot a Phantom 4 Pro, and I was doing a video this last week reviewing a gimbal for an action cam. Most of that was first person view of the video, but I wanted to include some third-party perspective, so I thought using Active Track on the drone would help me do that. So here we go. So right now I've activated Active Track, I've locked onto the car, and as you can see it's starting to follow me. So far so good. Going pretty slow. It's maybe 5 or 6 miles per hour. Just rolling out, still pretty good. Then it seems to slow down and then speed up. Now we're slowing down again, and we're gonna speed up. Oh, and now we're moving left to right and zigging and zagging for some reason. It's not slowing down with me. It seems to know that it's flying over me, but it still flies over me all the same. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to try it from a different perspective. I actually really like this clip that it got of me. It was slow, and it did do a cool little back up and spin to get back behind me. I was expecting it to stay in front of me a little bit longer, however. Here we go again with the speeding up and the slowing down. Now keep in mind, I'm not really alternating my speed here. It appears that it gives up here, but no, it figures out that it still needs to follow me. So it starts following me, but then it just starts acting really weird. Like it's shaking really hard, so it's stopping and starting really quick, which is causing that jerk in the film. So you know it's got to be jerking really hard to do that with the gimbal. All right, so I'm going to turn around here. It's still trying to follow me. So I'm turning around. I'm thinking, okay, so I'll come back to it. Let's see what it does. Nothing. It decides it wants to maybe potentially crash straight into this little shrub. All right, I reset again. All right, now we're driving. We got a big wide open road. Looks good, looks good. All right, well let's just move over here to the left where all these trees are for no reason. Okay, very good. Well, let's almost hit this pole. Okay. Oh, that tiny tree? Let's hit that. What is it doing? So, of course, here, anytime my obstacle avoidance kicks in and I'm stuck somewhere, rather than just pulling up on my remote and bringing it back to me, I want to come back and really get an understanding of what's around my drone, because I'm in close proximity. So. All right, so this part here on my bike, and doing some footage here because my gimbal footage for my action camera was mounting on my bike, so I wanted to give a third-party perspective on that. Okay, well that didn't work, did it? All right, so let's just circle back around and see if we can get it. Right. All right. Oh, it starts moving back. It must have. Oh, it gave up again. All right. All right. Let me pick up the controller. See what in the heck's going on here. And click on myself again. Okay. You see the camera panned up. It acknowledged that I am the one that it needs to be recording. Okay, so I start off with a slow walk. It's working. It's moving backwards. Very good. All right, let's see how this turns out. Okay, moving backwards. All right, it's doing that turning off to the side thing again. I don't understand why it has to do that. It's dangerous. All right, so I turn back around because honestly, this thing's flying backwards into my neighbor's yard, and I don't want it to do that. So let's come back, reset, and maybe let's lift it up a little higher so that if it does that stupid circle off to the side thing, which looks cool, but I'm not asking it to do that. I don't understand why that's just a thing that I have to accept with active track. All right, so I'm up high. I'm up probably 40 or 50 feet so that I'm not going to hit any houses or anything like that or damage anybody's property. All right, and we're off. I will say that it seems to work better from high up, and it might be that you don't have the stress of it running into anything if it's higher. And in fact, it seems to work really well here over the next minute or so. It seems to follow me around the block, and it's smooth, and it doesn't seem to be struggling with speeding up and slowing down like when it was following my car. Now when it was following my car, I'd probably say it was 12 to 15 feet in the air. Right here, like I said, about 30 to 40. All right, circling this is good. This is good. Clean footage, not as close up as I wanted though. I wanted some video that was a little more personal, where you could actually see me doing what I was doing. A little close by those trees, but whatever. You know, the obstacle avoidance should kick in moving forward. All right, let's just turn this corner. All right. And I guess we're done. I guess we're done with that. Active Track was no longer actively interested in watching me. All right, so I have to rush back home because now my drone is awkwardly just floating in somebody's yard. Okay, a little bit different. Now I got it following close behind me. I got it probably 8 to 10 feet in the air so that if it pulls its shenanigans, it doesn't like cut the back of my head off. I was able to salvage some pretty good clips from this, but as you can see, it keeps speeding up and slowing down and not keeping the same perspective on what it's supposed to be tracking. So you can see zoomed up really close on me, and then it slows down, and then it speeds up on me, and then it slows down. This can be a little unnerving because, as you know, the DJI Phantoms are quite loud, and when they come to an abrupt stop, it's almost like they accelerate backwards really, really hard. So it's very loud. So every time it zooms in and comes on and then slows down, and it comes in and slows down, it's quite loud. Oh, and that's what I was talking about. Trying to cut my head off. I'm not sure why Active Track works this way. And I'm not sure it's really intended to work this way. It seems like since the last update, or the last big update, the one that everyone has made quite the fuss about, and probably rightfully so, none of these special features seem to work. None of these autonomous flight modes work the way they probably should. For example, the waypoint mode is straight garbage. It's probably worse than this Active Track. I went to the park where there's a big open area, and I recorded my waypoints, and when I was done, I hit play, and it just went wherever it wanted to go. Thank goodness that the obstacle avoidance works better than the DJI Go 4 software. And I used to think that it was better to use the DJI Go 4 application for a lot of reasons. I imagine that the warranty or the support I would receive from the DJI company would be better if I was actually using their software, as opposed to something like Lychee. But now I'm starting to think that it's probably safer for me, for those around me, for the structures I could be flying near, that I use Lychee and its autonomous features. not just the pre-planned flight missions, which are really, really good. If you have any thoughts about the footage you saw and what I may have been doing wrong or ways I can improve this functionality, please leave me a message down in the comments.